guys. Today's video is entitled Women Are Not Going to Change Anytime Soon. And get with the program because they're definitely not going to change for you. So women are not going to change anytime soon and definitely not going to change for you. Why? Because ever since we gave them the power, right? Of course, we gave them the vote, and now they have money to spend. Don't think that it's necessary for them to change. It's not. All we're going to see is more of whatever is happening, whatever they're doing, and it's on us, men, to actually take care of situations. There's no need to discuss things about women. There's no need to blame women. There's no need to try and shame. You can't even shame women, right? It's unnecessary, especially at this point. All we can do is take hold of situations, starting with us, men as men, accepting that our fathers or our parents are really messed up, they fucked up, giving them the vote, giving them an education, right? Now, I'm not here to say that women are not supposed to get any education and all that, but I believe that for someone to get a sort of education, there has to be some sort of preparation behind that, so that they actually get educated and not just they actually learn, basically, and not just get educated. See, but that's another that's another story for another day, right? It's another debate for another day, rather, right? However, they now have the power. They have the means, or they have ways to get money. So obviously, with money comes power, and they also hold power in high places, right? So don't think once that has happened, this has been an avalanche. It started small, now it has now become a big ass snowball, right? So it's hard to reverse a snowball, right? I think that's the best thing you can do is get out of the way, right? But I'm speaking metaphorically here. I'm not saying we should avoid situation. We have to take care of the situation ourselves, right? Like I was saying, the generation before us messed up, right, and freed the woman, right? Now, I'm not saying that we should go back and chain them and all that and constrain them and all that and all that. No, I'm not saying that. The thing has already been done. So to be even be useless to tell them to tell or to try and convince them to not vote is pretty useless. It's not a discussion, right? However, like my point is that since they're not going to change, they don't have to, in fact, they're not definitely going to change for anyone, right? As men, we have to take care of our own situation first before thinking of what women must do for us, how they should act, how they should be doing, right? Whatever they should be doing. It starts with us, right? How do we want to see ourselves as men taking care of the next generation, right? We have to be the example, right? We have to be an example for the next generation, right? Now, as a man, right, you have, first of all, it's your responsibility and your duty, right, to make sure that you are really developing yourself, first of all, and not just merely talking about things, right? You're becoming better. This way, you take part as a leader. Now, one thing about women is that at this generation, in this era, right, they lack leadership and just basically leadership from men. And this is why I say we as men are supposed to take charge of things, because there are no leaders. No one is like really wants to take leadership of things, right? We don't want to lead the women. We just want probably to seem as if we are just doing things, right? And no true leadership, in our part, right? Any woman out there, and I'm not talking about young women or whatever who don't understand, but grown women, right? Matured women want proper masculine leadership. It's indebted in their brain, in their DNA. Women will always need patriarchy, whether they like it or not. It's part of the brain. No matter they shout that down with patriarchy, we don't want men leading us. Well, it's just women talk. It's just being in their emotions, and that's it. So, as men, what are we to do? Is to take leadership for ourselves, accountability for ourselves first, before we start talking about accountability for women. Because first of all, women do not understand what accountability is. That's why they do all sort of things, right? But accountability starts with us. And once we see fuck-ups, right, we point them out, especially in us men, right? Not just talk about women's fuck-up, but which is good, man, because some women are willing to learn, right? But the majority aren't, because you should remember, majority of women are in their emotions, and it's tough for someone who are in their emotions to come down to reality. It's very tough, right? Trust me. Even some men are not willing to accept reality. So just imagine how women will behave if men who are weak, who are not willing to accept things as they are, if those men are not willing to calm down to reality and see things as they're supposed to be, now just imagine why would women do the same? So, as leaders, we are to take charge, right, and start really leading, right, in a masculine manner. You cannot lead if you're in your emotions. I always say this. Emotional men are the major fuck-ups, right? They do all sort of things just to please and appease women. And that's the thing. They'll give them anything. Like I said, a lot of men think that if they do all sort of things for women, right, get out of their way to do every single thing, then they can get whatever from women. This breeds a sort of entitlement to women, thinking that they deserve things without actually working for them. And the enablers are men. Who else gives money to men? Who else gives the attention to men? I mean, to women, right? Who else gives money to women, right? It's us men, right? So this builds entitlement. Obviously, women will take the money if you're going to give them, right? Obviously, if you're catering to them 24 hours, talking to them and giving them attention for free attention, right? Without doing anything, don't accept it, right? Why? Because women crave attention. Women crave money like just anybody else, right? So why should they go out of their way to really not accept the money that you're giving them, right? If it's just free, right? So the biggest problem, as I say, is simps, right? Simps, beta males are a big problem, right? Because they never learn. They just never freaking learn. So the onus really is on most of these men. Now, I'm not exonerating women. Yeah, the grown-ass women out there who are doing all sort of nonsensical stuff, but who are the enablers? Who are those people who are enabling this? All these OnlyFans things, all these Instagram models, who the hell are liking it? Who are actually liking these pictures? Who are the OnlyFans fans, right? It's freaking men, right? Obviously, who are app caching these models, right, on OnlyFans. It's men. Who are video calling them. It's men. So why are we now trying to move accountability towards women when we are the enablers, right? And when I say we, I'm talking basically us, men, because as we develop ourselves to the best version of ourselves, we have to be able to see these things. Men are always craving sex, fine. But if you're not able to control yourself and lean towards your purpose, lean towards doing meaningful stuff, right? Guess what you'll be doing? You'll be on OnlyFans jacking off. You'll be on Instagram liking all sort of nonsensical pictures, right? You'll be watching porn, right? All that nonsense is you're enabling the whole thing, right? You might think that you just you're not doing anything. It's just fun you're having. Fun. Maybe you do it once in a while, cool. But once that attention is given, that much attention is given to women, right? All those likes, all that cash, right? What do you think happens, right? Because they know that there are better males out there, there are simps out there who are going to do it, who are going to give them the money, then why the hell won't they do it? This doesn't only happen in the internet, right? Instagram and stuff. Also happens in the streets, right? You see a dude going out of his way just to get a very, very mediocre chick. The guy might even fight for a mediocre looking chick, giving her all sort of money and all that, which is very much nonsensical. So most of the men are very nonsensical, they're dumb, and they'll actually do anything just to get a sniff of the pee. That's the truth, right? Now, if you're never on your purpose, and this is exactly why I preach being in your fucking purpose, doing something which is much more productive, right, than liking, right, watching porn, watching all sort of nonsensical TikTok videos which take you nowhere. They don't help you grow. They only numb your fucking brain, right? TikTok videos are useless. They will numb your brain, right? Learn how to do productive stuff. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. It won't. This is like, it's a fight between you and darkness, right? You're fighting ignorance. You may have to do things that you've never done before. Ask yourself, when was the last time you picked up a book? Ask yourself, when was the last time you watched a meaningful documentary? And forget all these conspiracy bullshitters, right? Or your Twitter bullshitter conspiracy things, right? An actual book that would help you, right? When was the last time you actually went to a seminar that teaches you proper skills, communication skills, all sort of technological skills and stuff like that? When was the last time you did that? What all we're now doing is we're on TikTok, right? They're liking nonsense and doing all sort of bullshit. And then at the end of the day, something happens and you start complaining and putting off accountability and saying it's the next person who did this, who does that. women do this or do that. Women are going to do what the fuck they want, and that's it. You have to be able to recognize that the only way you can actually rectify this is being a man, being in your masculine identity, right? Having your own frame, right? Having a purpose. That's the only way. In fact, once you earn that purpose, that masculine purpose, the best version of yourself, you'll find that you don't really have to complain about this shit. Why? Because you know what is important. So stop watching all these 5 ways to get your woman back, 5 ways to please her. Like I said, this is all that is bullshit. If you're still watching that bullshit, right, it means that you really are not concentrating on your purpose, right? Now, am I saying that you're not supposed to get such knowledge? No, right? Knowledge is knowledge, especially if it's helping you on your purpose, right? But you cannot always be doing watching the same old videos. You're supposed to learn from that and then move on, right? You have to move on through that, right? And make sure that if you're learning, you're also practicing that thing. Otherwise, you're learning for nothing, right? This is exactly why I'm saying that us men have to be able to take accountability. It's all on us. Be on your purpose, right? Create your own masculine identity, right? Create something that you know that will last. We want to make, leave a legacy. That's what we're supposed to be thinking of, right? Not thinking about women doing this, women doing that, or the government doing the government doing that. Yeah, it's cool. I also expose some things on the government, on Twitter especially. It's where I rant a lot, talk about mishaps in Africa and all that shit, right? However, I don't stray too far from my purpose, right? Always trying to develop myself to the best version of myself, right? Working out, reading, studying, right? Making sure that I'm more productive than not. Find a purpose. Like I said, if you haven't found your purpose, find someone who's a mentor who will actually help you, right? Especially if you're under 28, 30 or under. Find someone who can actually help you. Mentor, whatever, coach, whatever, right? Your father, your uncle, someone who you look up to and you want at least to get into his level. Someone who's up there, right? Who inspires you, motivates you to be better. Find the best version of yourself. It always starts with you. So don't think that women are going to change for you. If they have not changed for the past 60 years, ever since ever since they were given the votes and all that bullshit, if they haven't changed, don't expect them to. They don't have to, right? You've already given them the power to do whatever, and this is actually the results of fuck-ups from our parents, right? But we can't dwell on that because every generation does fuck up. Then next generation has to find a way to unfuck up whatever the next generation does, right? Basically, right? So by now we have the technology, right? That's why there's information everywhere. But make sure you're getting the right information so you know how to best use and use your time, use your mind, your body, so that you can leave this place better than it was when you found it, right? And that's the whole purpose, right, of a man, right? You have to find, and this is, I was listening to a guy called Miles Cunningham, right? He says this, that you have to leave the world better than you found it before. And that's the whole purpose of a great man, right? Whatever you do, it does not matter as long as you leave it better. You cannot complain. If you're complaining and you're trying to shame people, you're trying to talk ill about people and hating, you're not living you're not in your, first of all, you're not in your masculine frame. You're not. You're being emotional. Second, you're not leaving the world better than you found it. You're leaving it worse, right? But if you're trying to find solutions, and you always find it within you, right? It's always within you, man. And you can't go outside of that, right? And start looking for solutions. Especially if you're an emotional man, what you're gonna do, what you're gonna find out there, you're gonna find problems because you're not in your masculine frame. So, before I wrap up, right? Stick to your purpose. Concentrate on your purpose, and don't think that women are going to change. They're not, definitely not going to change. In fact, most women are just having fun right now. That's what's up. They're going to have fun. You're going to see more fuckery from both men and women. That's why I put the onus on men, because most men are also doing the sort of fuckery that we see also, right? So, as I wrap up, be on a purpose as per usual, right? And stop blaming, stop shaming. It's not how a masculine man does, right? A masculine man is always in his purpose, right? Yeah, we also chill. Yeah, we also do our macking, that's true. But 60 to 70% of our time is spent actually doing productive stuff, whether it's outside, whether it's on the internet, or you chilled. That's what's up. So it's been your boy Alfred. Till next time, peace.